Hello everyone, welcome back to Old Iron Farm Toys. Today we're going to be taking a look here at one of my favorite John Deere 2-cylinders of all time. It actually probably is my favorite. I should make a video of my top 5 favorite 2-cylinders and why. But I've always loved the way the 730s looked. I've always thought that was just a good, tough looking 2-cylinder, and there was one of the last ones built. It was the last one built. It's in a museum or something. Fun fact, the original John Deere steel plow is in the Smithsonian Museums in the archives, buried. So, there's your little fun fact to the video. But, yeah. So, my uncle has a 730. My great uncle does. He's got a lot of cool tractors I'd love to have. I'd like to have all of them except for one of them. And that's a 2750 or 2740. It's the small version of the 40 and 50 series. I just not a big fan of them. But anyways, let's take a look at this guy. So this has a custom narrow front. You cannot find them new with a narrow front. This was custom. So did it the other day. So it does steer like it should. So I do like that. So starting off, you got your classic looking 730 decal, or not decal, your hood, your logo on the front, which looks really good. Your exhaust, which is straight piped. Air filter. This is the narrow front that's currently on it, is just off of if I can talk, it is off of a 720. That 720 has the wide front that was on this. So, 2-cylinder engine. So, when John Deere replaced these, they replaced them with the 10 series. So, the 1010, the 2010, 3010, 4010, and then later on, they came out with the 2510, and then the 5010, and then there was the 8010, which, if you go to, I think it was Dallas Days, back when Deere did that, the Deere Dallas Days, or whatever they called it, they had an 8010, and then they had the 1010, they had all those, but then the 1010, it was either the 1010 or the 2010 that actually caught on fire behind the stage. So, everyone always called those the bad luck green tractors. So that's a pretty cool video. I'd have paid money to see that back, way back when. I think that'd have just been sweet. So, and then, also back then, I know a lot of the red guys are gonna talk a bunch of junk, but I really don't care. You can have your own opinion. If I'm happy, or if you're happy, I'm happy, pretty much, type of deal. But I'm a John Deere guy. I also love my blue tractors. That's what my great-grandpa started farming with. My grandpa runs pretty much all Ford. He's got a few International and a couple Deere. But, so, Deere, before Harvester launched, or before Deere launched the new gens, Harvester was basically ahead of John Deere. They was basically number one for in the tractor business. John Kinzenboss said that himself, and he started out as a IH guy, but then later on worked his way up after the new gens. He said after the new gens, he worked his way up to he worked his way to the John Deere. He started liking those more. So, John Kinzenbaugh, very cool guy. He's selling a big bit of his collection. But after John Deere came out with the 10 series, they was basically cooking Harvester's butt. I mean, Harvester was getting their butt whooped by Deere. So I should just make a video telling just a bunch of cool stories. I have a lot of tractor knowledge. I just don't share a ton of it. But, yeah. So, I love this toy. I hope to detail it up more. Here's, if I can find it. Well, I'm not going to be able to get to it. But, oh, never mind, I can. It's right here. Here's what it looked like originally with the narrow front, or the wide front. So, and once again, it does spin. So, but yeah, 730 was built by, it was built by John Deere, obviously. But it was built from 58 to 60, late 60 to early 62, or early 61. That's what I've heard. There was only 3-4 of them built into 61. So there's a very low production of 61 models. Or 61 models. They was powered by a 2-cylinder John Deere engine. There was roughly about 60 to 65 horsepower. There was a gas, diesel, and propane. They all had their own different horsepowers. So, yeah, like I said, if you guys want to see some tractor history, videos, feel free to leave that in the comments, and I'll get people saying, where's the video? It's like, I asked for on whatever model review. It's like, and I'll go and I'll look, and there's no one ever commented. So if you just want to see a review on a certain toy, let me know down below. Or if you guys want to just see a history video or a certain toy review, let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, operator station's pretty bare. I'd like to put a hand clutch and your shifter or your your speed, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I know I did a lot of chirping and not a lot of telling about the toy, but it's kind of a pretty standard toy other than the exhaust and the narrow front. So I hope to detail it up more. I'd like to put a bunch of levers and 3-point on it. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Old Iron Farm Toys out.